Recorded Books and RB Digital present Death on Tuckernuck by Francine Mathews. Narrated by Madeline Mabey. Prologue. He hadn't expected Ash that Saturday morning, hurrying down the weathered wooden pier in her rope-soled wedges and skinny jeans, a slouchy silk sweater slipping down to reveal one perfect shoulder. He hadn't expected the way his stomach seized and his throat constricted at the sight of her blunt-cut brown hair swinging glossily just below her chin, or the stab of pain when her eyes slid past him and widened happily at the sight of Matt on the main deck. It was Matt she waved to, not him. Matt who took control, leaping to the stern to extend a hand for Ashley's canvas tote and her rolling overnight bag. "Welcome aboard," Matt said, teeth flashing in his tanned face. It might have been a beer commercial, the gorgeous girl stepping onto the $3 million yacht and into the arms of the hunk with money to burn. In a second, the guitars would crash, and the camera would switch to the pair of them high in a hot air balloon, fingers hooked around long necks. Or a rave on a tropic beach under the stars, both of them barefoot in the sand. While he stood paralyzed, the third wheel, his mind racing in search of a way out, staring dumbly at Ash, the unforeseen complication, which is what she'd always been. "I thought you had to work today," he attempted. "I thought you were on the weekend schedule." "Jen offered to cover," she said simply, and turned to grin at Matt. What fool would pass up an invitation like this? This being Chi-Town, a Hatteras M75 Panacera, complete with an elegant main cabin seating area, state-of-the-art galley, and a lower deck fitted with staterooms for 8, which he and Matt intended to power up the coast from its Long Island slip to Martha's Vineyard, and then Provincetown over the next week, stopping at Block Island along the way. He watched Ashley drop her canvas bag on the stern lounge and hug Matt. Matt's hands skimmed her hips. A halo of mid-afternoon sun seemed to bind them, the kind of light that always blurred his vision when Ash appeared. Could this get any worse? "Somebody needs a drink." Matt was smiling into Ash's eyes as though she hadn't screwed up their plans entirely. Had he invited her knowing she was scheduled to work and assumed she'd say no? Or had he been drunk when he asked? "Follow me." Matt grabbed Ash's suitcase and ducked down the gangway that led to the lower deck. "We'll stow your stuff in the aft stateroom. It's the largest." Matt's stateroom, of course. Would he be moving to a guest cabin? Unclear. He'd probably wait and see how the day went, how easily the steaks and lobster tails sizzling on the Weber grill, the endless vault of stars overhead, and the reggae on Chi-Town's expensive sound system persuaded Ashley to share her mattress. Cursing under his breath, he moved forward to the bow and began to loosen the mooring hitch, glancing as he did so at the horizon. Clear as glass, the swells were gentle. A slight breeze caressed his cheek. Unbelievably gorgeous weather, in fact, for late September. Matt always expected him to plot their course well in advance for these runs, building in options for alternative stops and routes, which meant studying not only charts and GPS, but checking the NOAA weather forecasts and calculating what all of it might mean for Chi-Town's schedule over the next several days. Because Matt trusted him like blood. He'd earned that trust over the past year, and he'd done his homework for the coming week. Then he'd carefully arranged his lies. "Hey, man," Matt yelled from the flybridge. "We good?" "Aye, aye," he called back, coiling the mooring line on the deck cleat. The twin diesel engines purred to life. In a matter of seconds, Chi-Town slid cleanly out of the marina slip and headed for the channel.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.